and welcome. I am Enigmius, and today, Feed the Beast, the new mod pack. The launcher release version just came out on Saturday, so 3 days ago. The mod pack itself is still not quite there, but enough for us to start taking a look at it, and that's exactly what I'm doing. Now, if you've been following my series, you've been looking at my videos, you're subscribed to my channel, and you're wondering what's going on with the Mega Creeper, I ran into some technical difficulties, and then the launcher for Feed the Beast dropped. So it's been a little bit delayed, but I am still going to get it out to you. I absolutely promise I'll get it done as soon as I possibly can. I just have to fix its head because it wasn't working the way I wanted it to. In the meantime, today I'm taking a look at, like I say, Feed the Beast. It's a mod pack very, very similar to Tekkit. It uses a lot of the same mods, only the updated versions of them. Industrial Craft, Buildcraft. It doesn't have red power in it now, but it will soon. Same with Equivalent Exchange. It'll have Thaumcraft as well. Basically, the way I'm looking at it is it's sort of like Tekkit, but a little bit more robust. Now, you can see I've got some dogs here. I've gone from high-tech facilities with all the power and resources I could ever want to a dirt hole. But I've got doggies. I've got 4 of them. There's 3 here. He's kind of looking at me, and another one down there. He's just kind of hiding down there. So this was my starting sort of base. Everyone does it their own particular way. It just starts out as shelter to keep the monsters away while you get situated, and then in my case, I just keep digging and adding to it until I get something a little bit more substantial. And you actually saw that with the little video flyby on the way in here. I'm going to head up there and take a look at it momentarily. So today, basically, there's a few things that I want to do. First of all, I want to show you a few things about the mod. Like I say, it's incomplete. We don't have all the mods with it, but there's some really neat things that I want to show you. We're going to talk a little bit about my first impressions of the mod. And also, I'm going to talk about the plans that I have going forward. I'm going to basically be doing sort of 2 series around Feed the Beast. So we're going to talk a little bit about that. And then the next time you see me, hopefully, either it'll be a Mega Creeper or we'll be getting started full bore with Feed the Beast. So we're actually going to head outside. The sun is going down, so that means, first of all, we need this, and we have 1 jetpack, and okay, let me just switch these real quick. I can tell you now, one of the first series I'm going to do is actually going to be a spin-off sort of the main series. Don't ask me why I have howler alarms. There's a bit of a bug going on right now. I'm going to be doing sort of like a tutorial on how people might be able to get up and running the way I do. I had a diamond drill, a chainsaw, bat packs. I think I was just still using bat boxes, but I had a bunch of solar panels all within 4 hours of starting to play once I got the mod installed and up and running. Now, there's one mod that's controversial, and I've disabled it. It's called GregTech Mod. It makes a lot of the recipes for things like the drill and the chainsaw super expensive, like talking about having to go to the nether and get to another fortress and get soul sand and make blast furnaces so you can make steel so that you can make these. I'm not interested in it. That's not my idea of a challenge. That's more of a grind for... It's not why I play. For some people, it's cool. They're looking forward to it. That's awesome. I hope they enjoy. For me, just so you know, I will not be using GregTech Mod. But I did manage to get myself situated fairly rapidly, all things considered. With, like I say, the rechargeable power tools. I'm up to lap packs now. You can see I've got a mining laser, I've got a nano saber, and I've also got, right now I'm only wearing 3 pieces of the nano suit. I've got the chest piece in a chest just over there, because they're not super expensive to make. It's just you need to know that they're there, and you need to know how to make them and be able to prioritize. So in terms of gathering resources, getting started, prioritizing, just so that you can put yourself in a position where you can focus less on the resources and more on the builds, that's sort of the kind of tutorial series that I'll be doing. It's not to say I don't like the resources aspect of the game. I really do. I just prefer to be able to pick and choose when that's my focus. Sometimes I just want to build stuff and not have to worry about where the materials are coming from. The one thing that you'll notice is that even though there will be Equivalent Exchange 3 added when it's done, probably within the next few weeks sometime, there is no Equivalent Exchange now. So everything that I've done is straight up legit. So this is my tower. This is going to be our base of operations through basically everything. The way it's working now, mods like Red Power and I believe Thaumcraft as well add certain items to the game that otherwise are not there. Things like red power example, Nicolite, that I use to make the blue electric stuff that I do for all my frames and all that other stuff. If you don't have red power installed, the world isn't generated with Nicolite. Now, normally that would mean I would either have to travel a long distance away from here to set up mining operations when I did add red power, or I would have to start over with a new world. And well, fortunately, Feed the Beast comes with Mistcraft, which is a mod that allows you to basically create funky, crazy, really cool new worlds. Similarly, think of the Nether, right? You've got your overworld world, blah, 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 and then you make a portal, and you go through the portal, and it creates this whole new world that happens to be the Nether, and it's got certain rules. It's mostly netherrack. It's got certain mobs, things of that nature. Now take that and put it on a much more grand scale where you can come up with all these crazy different worlds. So that's what this platform is actually for, is eventually this thing will have portals all over the place to the different worlds that I've created. They're called ages with Mistcraft, so that I can say, for example, set up a world where all I do is mine for resources, and I don't care how ugly I make it. I just basically go in and strip it bare for all it's worth. That's where I can get the resources for things like red power and things of that nature, so I'm not really too worried about it. But that's what this will be for. Also, Twilight Forest is included in this mod, in the mod pack, and my portal to the Twilight Forest will be in here as well. I've been kind of holding off. Just, I want to look into it and make sure that if I were to, set up the portal now and go through it, that I wouldn't be wrecking that world too by not having certain resources in it that will be coming in later. So that's one of the things that this platform will be for. Now, these will be for the permanent portals that I'll be setting up when I get to that point, which is a little bit farther along. The temporary stuff I'll be setting up down here. There's this lower platform that's, not as prominent, but still plenty of room to set things up. Now, up here is the empty casing of this structure. I haven't added floors. I haven't really done a whole lot with it. If we can go all the way up here, you can see I do have a room up here, but it's still, there's nothing in here. It's just a room. I haven't even set up a ladder to it yet. The interesting thing is we're so high up in this tower now that you can actually see clouds pass through the ceiling in the room from time to time. If it's cloudy, you'll know while you're inside here. So this building as a whole, it needs windows, it needs like balconies, it needs, purpose for the different spaces to come together. But as far as just getting it started, I think I'm in pretty good shape so far. Now, there's sometimes a little bit of lag when I drop down here because, me and my basements, it's, no building I do is complete anymore without some sort of basement, and this one is no different. We're going to head on down here, take a look at what we've got here. So this was a naturally occurring pool in here, and I've kind of left it for now. I may kind of leave like a 3x3, like the infinite water source block here for something. I don't know. I haven't decided, so until I decide, I've just left it, kind of dug around it. And you can see down here, I'm starting to make progress getting down. It goes much, much faster with a mining laser than with a drill. So I've been kind of chipping away as the opportunity presents itself here. Whenever I have a little bit of free time, I come down here and just kind of go through. I've also been digging down with a laser specifically for the purpose of mining prior to excavating it. So you can see all the holes there up in the wall. Those were the shafts that I dug with the laser while I was mining for resources that I needed. So, making progress. So this is going to be the hub. This will be where we come to, where everything will be centrally located, and then we can go to the different worlds through Mistcraft and do whatever it is we're going to do from there. So I'm really, really looking forward to that. But one of the things that I wanted to show you, oh, there's a spider rider. We're going to go take a look at some of the biomes, because Extreme Biomes is another one of the mods in this pack, and if you haven't seen it before, it's absolutely insane. It's probably one of the best mods that I've seen for Minecraft to date, even though it's just aesthetic. Well, I guess functional to some extent, but we're going to head on over here. I have to fill in this whole area here with dirt to make it level with everything else. So this outer ring here around the tower, what a nice view, is going to be like, I'm going to set up wheat and carrots, and I've got sugarcane growing over there. I'm going to move that in here, and basically, like I say, it'll be the central hub where anything that I can produce or grow or whatever that I need without making the place ugly, I'll do there, and then everything else I'll do off-world. So that's the idea with that. Now, one of the things that I've come across that's factoring very heavily into this mod, and it starts with the Greg Tech mod and how controversial that is, but it extends into a lot of other things as well. As this growing trend with a lot of the mods, even mods that we're familiar with from Tekkit, where there's been a lot of feedback that X and X mod ruins the game, it breaks the game, it makes it too easy, blah blah blah. If you've seen my previous builds, like the Nether Crawler, the Mega Creeper, the Mega Turtle, you know that I'm not afraid of a challenge. You know that I'm not afraid to take on, things that are very, very difficult, that require constant learning and things of that nature. So for someone to say to me, this isn't challenging enough because it's not tedious enough, it doesn't really work for me. That's sort of like the whole thing, my opinion, and not to take anything away from anyone who is looking forward to the changes that Greg Tech mod brings. Is it taking things like the drill and the saw and making them exorbitantly expensive in terms of the grind that you have to go through to gather the materials before you can make them? That's not really why I play the game. It's not, adding something substantial enough to justify the extra time that it would take. So that's the only thing, if I were to have a criticism of it up to this point, is that there's a little bit too much focus on making you micromanage things for the sake of making you micromanage them. And I can understand if you're playing in a multiplayer game with a community, yeah, you can have your beekeeper and your florist and your miner and all these people doing different tasks and, pulling together their resources and getting things done that way. But at the end of the day, it's not my thing. You know what I mean? It's just, I like the builds. I'm in it for the builds. So like I say, my tutorial series will be focused on that sort of thing, is not bypassing the resource gathering. There's a bug here. See, this should be a beehive that I would be able to gather from, but because block IDs are a little bit mixed up right now, it's a howler alarm. Or is this one? Oh, this is the industrial alarm. Now I'll leave that one. Maybe if I get the block IDs fixed. So here's a howler alarm over here. It should be a bee. Should be a bee. But look at the tree. I mean, I'm yammering about challenge, and look at this friggin' tree. This is another addition courtesy of Extreme Biomes. We just passed through the ice wasteland, which was this basically. This is all snow and ice. And when it's snowing, it's absolutely gorgeous. So you would think that just, a bleak white, area like that with snow falling would be kind of dull. I find it to be the exact opposite. I absolutely love it. But the tree, like at some point, I'm going to have to do something in one of these trees, because you can see if I tilt my camera down, if you look in the upper left corner, there's another one over there. Like, these are not necessarily rare. This is a meadow biome. I don't know if these trees are exclusive to the meadow biome. I just know they're freaking cool. So I've been, you can see I've got waypoints all over the place. I've been kind of looking around. I found you can see dead ahead there, temperate rainforest. That's where I found my dogs. We got the ice wasteland. Village 2, you can't really see the whole word, but that's where I found the testificates that don't really do a whole lot for me. Village 1 is over here. There it is. Abandoned. I got 2 apiaries, which are bee houses from there. Well, I was learning how to do that. Marsh. Extreme hills, desert. I marked the desert because I'm going to need sand in large quantities at some point. And right now, without red power, there's no basalt. My favorite, my basalt cobblestone, can't get it, can't have it. No volcanoes, no basalt. So that's why I've been using cobblestone. But I can see myself using some sandstone for some builds and things of that nature. So far, just an absolutely fantastic mod pack with lots and lots of potential. Here's another howler alarm. That just amuses me. I'm sorry. There's also, one of the things that I like about it is it makes use of Minecraft 1.4.2. Technic is still stuck on 1.2.5. 1.4.2, just Minecraft changes alone. We've got bats now. The creepers are a little bit more dangerous. I play on normal difficulty survival mode. When creepers blow up, they tend to take a pretty good chunk of land with them now. It's definitely bigger than I remember it, but also fewer blocks remain. There have been plenty of times in my Tekkit world where a creeper blows up and you just run around and pick up all the blocks and put them back down again. It's that easy. But when they blow up here, you know it. Why is this? I'm thinking Endermen have been dorking around over here. I don't know what's going on. So yeah, I mean, I've got plenty to do. I'm basically, I wouldn't say stuck. but I'm waiting on Red Power 2 primarily. Thaumcraft, take it or leave it. It's not huge, but Red Power 2, once that comes down, then it'll be, you know, full bore, dead ahead, start cranking out different books and stuff like that, going to different ages. The other thing that I just wanted to show you real quick since I'm here is these arms will be, currently I've earmarked them for solar panels. If I ever get to the point where these are all full of solar panels, I won't even need to think about a nuclear reactor. It's just, but these are, in Technic, you have the compact solar panels that lets you take your solar panels, you get 8 of them, you combine them with a transformer, becomes a low voltage solar array, you get 8 of those, becomes a medium voltage, and on and on. This one you get advanced solar panels, where you take your normal solar panel, same recipe as the other one, and instead of merging groups of them together, you upgrade them individually. And here's the first step to the upgrade. An advanced solar panel, it's got an internal storage of 32,000 units. If you hook something up to it, or, you know, it's got 4 slots for charging things. Actually, since I'm not using these for anything right now, let's see. So it charges basically at the same speed as a bat box for the most part, looks like. It generates 8 EU per turn instead of, I think, 2 for a normal solar panel. Plus, when it's nighttime or raining, it still generates 1 EU per, not turn, per tick. So a little bit better. And then there's some other ones that get ridiculously expensive. Like I think the hybrid solar panel, which is the next one up in the list, already starts wanting iridium plates. So you need a mass fabricator to upgrade to the second, you know, upgrade for the solar panels, which is not bad, but it's definitely a little bit intimidating when you start looking at how many solar panels I go through. So I've got these set up here. I've got the transformers so that I'll be able to feed them into an MFSU. I should put that battery, the jetpack, back on. And then the wires from the transformers basically go here, and you can see direct access inside. So I've basically put these in place with that specific thought in mind of having the solar panels out here. But I may put like a wind, there's like a wind turbine, solar turbine thing for another kind of charge for thermal expansion or something like that. There's all these crazy different things that I have to learn, and we'll go into those in more detail when I get into the series. So for now, that gives you an idea of what's going on. There's a lot coming up. We're going to different worlds. We're building crazy new projects. We're going to be learning as much as we can about the different mods and putting them to good use, and all in the most aesthetically dominating manner that I can possibly put together. So I hope you guys are looking forward to it. If you want to be notified when I add new videos, we'll be doing one more Tech It video. That's a Mega Creeper, and then I'll be going full bore, Feed the Beast. If you want to follow that series, best way to know when I add a new video is to subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching, guys. Take care.